Just got back from seeing Justin down at PRP, picking up these new custom seats. So now it's time to get them installed. Now that we're over at the truck, we're gonna take out the 4 bolts holding in the seat with a 12.38 socket. You're gonna need an extension on the inside of each of the front seats. Now make sure that you move your seat forward, and we're gonna get the last 2 bolts in the back. Now that we've got the bolts out, let's lean the seat back and unhook the wiring harness. We are going to unplug this big plug here. You're going to have to first pull the red tab out. You're also going to have to unplug the airbag sensor, which is this yellow plug here. And then once you get those both unplugged, just unwind them from the seat and pull your seat out. So when installing the motobilt brackets, we are having a problem with it rubbing the carpet here and driver's side right here. So we're gonna do a little clearancing. Now that we've got this side taken care of, let's take care of the outside. So you can see here that it's hitting here. So we're gonna have to either take a slit and see if that's gonna do it, or if we're just gonna have to take out a whole chunk. And just like that, they fit. Day 2 of installing the PRP Enduro seats with the motobilt brackets. We are going to be drilling a hole for the heat today, so I don't have to put it into the dash. We're going to put it right here in between these 2 bolts so you can reach next to the door and turn it on and off. First, we're going to use a smaller bit to give us a pilot hole, and then we're going to use the step bit to give us the size that we need. Since we're not going to go with the 4-point harness just yet, we're going to take off the factory hardware for the seat belts and reuse that until we can figure out what we want to do. Okay, so now that we've got the seats on the brackets and mounted, we are starting to run the wiring from the battery through the windshield and underneath the carpet and coming out underneath on the passenger side. Now we're going to use the supplied wiring harness from PRP and start getting us some power. I always use heat shrink for a little extra security. To bolt it in. So now that we've basically reinstalled the seat, we have run the wiring and just got to put in this last plug and make sure we've got power. Remember, when plugging it in, your wiring needs to go black, yellow, red. We're in business. small snag while installing the motobilt brackets. We found out that if you want to use the lowest setting for your height, then you have to clearance the bracket before installing it. So if you're tall or just plan to sit your seat as low as possible, I would recommend taking this bracket and clearancing this part here before you install it. And from another angle, you can see if I push this down into place, you see it come into contact with this plate here once I push it down to that lowest setting. I hope this helps. And last but not least, let's get this console cover installed.